Okay. Understanding? We have test case number 1, we have test case number 2, test case number 3. Like this, we have what? Test case number 100. Is it possible to run? Is it? Now I'm running. Test case number 1. Run. Get the result. Run. Get the result. So I'm clicking on 100 times on the run button. What am I doing? I'm clicking 100 times on the run button. Tell me, is this an automation? Tell me, this is an automation. If this is an automation, guys, only for what? To click on run button. Yes or no? Yes or no? Then I need to hire one person only to what? To click on run button. So this is what? Manual execution. Manually execution. So I want to make it automation. So I want to do what? Sequential execution. Sequential execution. Sequential execution means what? One time if I click, once if I click on run button, all the test cases will execute sequentially. Are you understanding? What is sequential execution? Once if I click on run button, all the test cases will execute sequentially. Means one after the another, one after the another. So this is why automation. Are you understanding? So here what happens? Here what is happening? Sequence in this one. So one time if you click and you should keep quiet. One time if you click and if you keep quiet, all the programs will execute sequentially one by one. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? So this will execute sequentially. This program will execute sequentially, one after the another. So this is called a sequential execution. Let's see how do we achieve this sequential execution. Okay, now look at my screen. Let me tell you one scenario. Let me tell you one. I want to open the browser, enter the URL of facebook.com. I want to enter username and password. I want to click on login. So this program you already written, correct? I want to open the browser, enter the URL of facebook.com. I want to enter username, password, click on login. You have already written this program. Correct, great. Now let me write this program using TestNG in well organized fashion. Same program, whatever you've written is correct. But let me write the same program using TestNG, that is by using what? Well organized fashion. So how do I do that? Look at my screen. Let me create a class. Okay, so let me make it as test case number 1. Let me click on finish. Observe carefully. I will do one scenario. Other scenarios you should be able tell me to do. Okay. Annotation before method. Annotation before method. Public void open hat. Okay, so let me write the code. It's a normal code. I don't normal code, but you're writing the same code in a well organized fashion. That's all. Now let me write it. public web driver. Let me import web driver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, driver dot manage dot window dot maximize driver dot get. Let me go copy the URL of the application. Implicitly wait driver dot manage dot times out dot implicitly wait duration of seconds. Okay, next annotation test public void test case number 1. Okay, now look at my screen, everyone. Look at my screen, everyone. Now let me go import this annotation test from testng annotation. Let me go and inspect this element. Right click, inspect by using ID locator. By using what locator? ID locator. Let me write the code. Driver dot find element. Now when I'm writing driver dot find element, it's not coming. Why it is not coming? Can anybody tell me? Why driver dot find element is not coming? Tell me. Because this driver is declared locally. Because this driver is declared locally. So you have to make it globally. You have to do global declaration. We have to do global declaration. So globally, so we can access it throughout the class. Okay. Driver dot find element by using ID locator, copy paste the value, copy paste the value dot end keys. Okay, now let me go and inspect the another element. Name. Next. Driver dot find element by using name locator, copy paste the value dot send keys manager. Let me click on login. Driver dot find element by using name login dot click. So I want to print the title reporter dot log driver dot get title, store it inside a variable title. The return type of this is string. So let me write it as title comma true. Okay, now let me write driver dot get current URL store it. The return type of this is string reporter dot log URL comma. Okay, now annotation after method. After method, public void close app driver comma cross. Understood? Same program. Okay, same program, but we are writing in a well organized fashion. Are you understanding? Same program we are writing in a well organized fashion. Now let me run this. Let me run this. Is it working? Is it in username password? Just clicking on login. Is a test case has been passed? Is it printing title and the URL? Is a test case has been passed? Okay, super. Now next test case. You should tell me. Test case number 3. I need to open the browser, enter the URL of facebook.com. I want to click on forgotten password. Enter mobile number, and I need to click on search. I have to open the browser, enter, I want to click on facebook.com. I need to click on forgotten password, enter mobile number, and I need to click on search. Okay, now tell me the code. Every one of you tell me the code. Tell me the code. Wait, 1 second, wait. Test case number 2. Tell me the code, everyone. What will you do? Step number 1. Everybody tell me, what will you do? Step number 1. Public web driver. Okay. Declare it globally. Next, annotation.
Before method.
Before method.
Public
void.
open app.
Open app. Tell me how do you open the application?
Driver is
Driver
equal to
new Chrome.
new Chrome driver.
Driver is equal. Keep telling.
New
Driver
Chrome
dot
Keep
man-
telling.
driver dot manage dot
maximize.
window dot
Driver dot
maximus.
get URL.
Driver dot get
Driver not get your
URL. Driver dot manage dot times out implicitly dot duration of seconds.
Duration of
dot
seconds.
Times out dot implicitly duration of seconds.
duration of seconds.
10 seconds.
location test.
Next, annotation test.
Okay, next. Annotation.
Public void test case
Annotation test. Public void.
Public void test case.
Okay.
Driver
Let me
dot
go on
find element.
annotation test. Okay. Now let me go inspect the element.
Driver
Forgotten
dot
password.
find element.
So I'll go with the link text. Tell me. Driver dot find element by using
Dot link test.
link text dot click. Okay. Link text dot click. Now I want to inspect this by using, there is a name locator, driver dot find element by using name locator, paste the value dot send keys. Okay, now let me go and click on search by using again name locator. Okay, next driver dot find element by using name locator, copy paste the value dot send keys, sorry, dot click.
And click.
It is click. Okay, now I want to print the title and the URL. So reporter driver dot get title comma true reporter dot log driver dot get current URL comma true annotation after method public void close app driver dot close. Okay, now let me run that code. Is it working? Is it working? The test case number 2 is passed. The test case number 2 is passed. Yes, the test case number 2 is passed. Last test case. I want to open the browser, enter the URL of facebook.com. I want to click on create a page and click on get started. I want to click on create a page and I want to click on get started. Neatly observe and keep telling yourself. Let me create a class. Test case number 3. Click on finish. Let me write it as public WebDriver driver. Let me import annotation before method public void open app driver equals to new Chrome driver of driver dot manage dot window dot maximum driver dot get okay next driver dot manage dot timesort dot implicitly wait duration of seconds. Okay, next annotation test method public void test case number 3. Let me import annotation test. Now let me write the program. I need to click on create a page. Let me go with the link text locator. Driver dot find element by using link text, paste the value, dot click, next. I need to click on get started. /div text function get started. It's a first element. Okay, so driver dot find element by using xpath, paste the value, dot click. Okay, let me print. Reporter dot log driver dot get title, comma true, and reporter dot log driver dot get current URL. Next, annotation after method public void close app driver dot close. Okay. Now, if you look If you look at this, all the test cases we have written and we are executing sequentially one by one. Yes or no? We have written all the program and we have written execution sequentially. We are doing what? Manually one by one. Okay, make a heading. Steps to run the program sequentially. Make a note of the steps. Steps to run the program sequentially. Steps to run the program sequentially. Steps to run the program. Steps to run the program sequentially. Okay, steps to run the program sequentially. Step number one. Step number one. Step number one. Select all the test cases. Select all the test cases. Look at my screen and make a note. Select all the test cases. Select all the test cases. Right click, testng, convert to testng. Select all the test cases. 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 Right click, testng, convert to testng. Click on finish. Click on finish. Click on finish. Testng.xml file will be created. Look at your testng.xml file is created. Testng.xml file will be created. Click on it and click on run button. Click on it, click on run button. Now you see the sequential execution. Are you able to see? The program is executing sequentially one after another. Are you able to see? Execution is done. Look at the status. 3 test cases ran, 3 test cases passed, 0 failure. Now let me see the report. Let me see the report. Right click, refresh. Okay, expand test output folder, emailable.reporter.html. See, all the 3 test cases has been executed and you can see the printing statement. Are you understanding? Did you see that sequential execution of the program? How do we do? I'll repeat the steps again. Select all the test cases. Step number 1. Select all the test cases. Right click. testng, convert to testng. Right click. testng, convert to testng. Testng.xml file is created. Testng.xml file is created. Run it. Okay. You people just write one or two test cases. You people write it and execute it. One small test case you write, anything. Don't write so much of code inside this. Okay, just write some small two test cases, execute it. I'll give you 10 minutes of time. Small test cases you write. Small test cases you write and execute it. Here I told you, right? In testng annotation, text acts like a main method. Ankita, yesterday I've told you that's what. Here the execution takes place from annotation test method. Start writing the code, execute it. Done? Okay. Look at my screen. Look at my screen. Now, the next concept we are going to do is parallel execution. Parallel execution. Okay. So, what is parallel execution? Okay. Running. Just copy down this. Copy down this. Copy down this. What is parallel execution is running 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 same test cases on multiple browsers. Okay, running same test cases on multiple browsers. Running same test cases on multiple browsers is called as parallel execution. Is called as parallel execution. Okay, running multiple test cases on multiple browser is called as parallel execution. Okay, running same test cases on multiple browsers. Okay, running same test cases on multiple browsers is called as parallel execution. So we can achieve this parallel execution with the help of annotation parameter. We can achieve parallel execution with the help of annotation parameter. We can achieve parallel execution with the help of annotation parameter. Make a note. Make a note. So we have 100 test cases. We have 100 test cases. Okay. Running this 100 test cases on the Chrome browser will take 10 minutes. Okay. Again, running same 100 test cases. Okay, on Firefox browser. Again, it will take 10 minutes. Correct? Running the same test cases on Chrome browser will take 10 minutes. Running same test cases on Firefox browser will take 10 minutes. So instead of that, it's the same test cases, right? Instead of that, same test cases, you're going to run it on the Chrome and Firefox. So overall taken time is 10 minutes. Overall time taken is 10 minutes. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? So we are going to run it in Chrome browser and we are going to run it in Firefox browser. So the overall time taken will be 10 minutes. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? So that's the reason we go with what? That's the reason we go with what? This parallel execution. Okay, that's the reason we go with what? Parallel execution. Clear? Let's do parallel execution. Very simple, nothing is there. Look at my screen first. Let me create one class. Parallel. Nothing is there. Very easy concept. Now, I'll just write it as, I'll let me declare it globally. Public web driver. Okay, let me import this web driver. Let me declare it globally. Okay, now step number 1. Next, let me write annotation test. Public void one method. Let me import this. Now let me pass it as a parameter. One parameter I'll pass it. One parameter. String browser. Okay. If browser dot equals to Chrome. Okay. If browser dot equals to Chrome, then I'll write driver is equals to new Chrome driver off. Else driver is equals to new Firefox driver off. Okay, everybody's clear till here? Everybody's clear till here? Okay, next. Restall is the same program. I'll just copy from here and I'll paste it. Okay. Restall is the same program. I'll just copy it and I'll paste it. Maximizing the window, entering the URL, entering implicit weight, entering username, password, click on login. Rest all program remains same. I'll just copy and I'll paste it. Understood? Okay. I need to open the browser, enter the URL, username, password, click on login, get the title, get the URL, click on close. This is the same program. Understood till here? Understood till here? Everyone? Write it down. I have not written logic. Just it's a write program. How do you write it logic? I'll explain it. Just make a note of it. Write it down. Write it down in the sense, execute this in Eclipse. Don't run it. Just write it down. I'll tell you what to do. Okay, on top of your annotation test, okay, on top of your annotation, look at my screen, observe carefully. On top of your annotation test, write annotation parameter, annotation parameters, and this you should import it from testng annotation only. You should import it from testng annotation only. Everybody import it, write this and import it from testng annotations only. Everybody write this on top of your this one and import it from testng only. Everybody write this. Everybody write this. Everybody write this. Written. Written. Everybody written. Okay. You write a note. You should not run this now. You should write a note. Don't run this. You should not run this. Are you understanding? You should not run this. Are you understanding, guys? You should not run this. You should not run this. Okay. Now make a note. Convert into testng.xml file. Convert into, make a note, convert into testng.xml file. How do you convert? Right click, testng, convert to testng. Right click, testng, convert to testng, click on finish. So convert into testng.xml file. Convert it into testng.xml file. Everybody convert into testng.xml file. Convert it into testng.xml file. Converted into testng.xml file. Converted into test. Right click, testng, convert to testng.xml file. Everybody converted? Everybody in the same screen? Is everybody is on the same screen? Okay. Now, line number 1 and line number 2. Observe carefully. Line number 1 and line number 2 indicates it is a schema. Line number 1, line number 2 indicates the schema. Schema means what? It's a template. Okay. Line number 1, line number 2 indicates it is a schema. Schema means what? It is the template. It's a template. Line number 1 and line number 2 indicates a schema, or it is called as the template. Next. Line number 3 to 6. This is called as the suite. This is called as the suite. Line number 3 to 6, we call it as the suite. This is one suite or suite. Okay. Now, this is called as your test method. What is this? This is called as your test method. Here, there is something called thread count is equals to 5. That means 5 times you can do sequential execution on different browser. What is this thread count is equals to 5? You can do 5 times sequential execution on different browser. 5 times you can run the same scripts. Okay, that's the meaning of thread count is equals to 5. 5 times you have to do this. Are you understanding? Okay, now look at my screen. Look at my screen. So here I have to write it as what? First thing, everybody observe. I have to write the tag. Tag is parameter. Okay, there is a tag called parameter. There's a tag called parameter. You have to write the parameter is a tag which accepts two parameters. Which accepts two parameter. Now everybody go here and write here parameter. Just write one value. You can write whatever you want. You can write your name as well. You can write your name as well. Make a use of this. You can write your name as well. Make a note of this. You can write your name as well. Make a note of this. Written. Written. Okay. Now look at my screen. So suite means it's a set of programs, set of code you're written. That is called as one. It's a collection of code. That is called a suite. Collection of code, we call it as one suite. Now name and value. So parameter is a tag which accepts two attributes. It has two attributes. One is name and value. So I have to give the name whatever you're given. You can give your name as well. Okay. Whatever name you have given, the same name you should give it here. You should give it here. Okay. Value you give it as Chrome. Value you give it as Chrome. Understood? Whatever name you have given, same name you should give it here, and you have to write value is equals to Chrome. Clear? Parameter is a tag which accepts two attributes, name and the value. Whatever name you have given, you have to give the same name, and value should give it as Chrome. Clear? Now, classes. Which one should I execute? I need to write classes, class, name equals to classes, class, name equals to. So what is the name of my class? You have to give the fully qualified path. You have to give the fully qualified path. That is package name dot class name. What you have to give? Package name dot class name. So what is a package name? Package name is testng. Package name is testng dot class name is, what's the name of the class? Parallel. What's the name of the class? Parallel. So package name dot class name. See, my package name is testng. I don't know your package name. You specify your package name. Package name dot class name. What's the name of my class? The name of my class is Parallel. Understood, everyone? Everybody understood? Everybody understood? Write this. Write this. Write this. Write this. Done? Written? Now, copy. Look at my screen and do it. Copy the test block. Copy the test block from line number 4 to line number 5. That is test block within the test. So this is a opening of the test and this is a closing of the test. Open it from year to year. Copy it from year to year. Copy from year to year. Copy from year to year and paste it. Copy it from year to year and paste it. Test block from year to year. You have to copy paste the test block and paste it. Everybody copy pasted the test block? Inside the suite only. It should be inside the suite only. Have you copy pasted the test block? Have you copy pasted the test block? Yes. Now, again, you one more time you copy paste it. Guys, if you don't have a Chrome browser, that if you don't have Firefox browser, it's okay. You can launch 3 Chrome browsers. If you have Firefox browser, you can work on Firefox browser. If you don't have, you can work on 3 Chrome browsers only. Okay. Now change the name. See here, there's a name of the block. So I'll name it as test block number 1, test block number 2, test block number 3. Okay, so I want to open 2 Chrome browser, 1 Firefox browser. I want to open 2 Chrome and 1 Firefox browser. Have you all changed the name? Change it as test case number 1, test 2, test 3. So I wanted 2 Chrome browser. If you don't have Firefox browser, make all 3 as Chrome. I want 2 Chrome and 1 Firefox browser. I want 2 Chrome and 1 Firefox browser. Finished? Finished? Now run this file. Now in the suite, you have to write parallel is equals to tests. Here you need to write parallel is equals to make a note here. Parallel is equals to test. Line number 3. Write it as parallel is equals to test. Right? Parallel is equals to test here. Write it as parallel is equals to test. Right? Parallel is equals to test. Right? Parallel is equals to test. Okay. Now run this program. Run this test.xml file. Run this test.xml file. See now? Are you able to see 2 Chrome browsers are launched? Are you able to see this? 2 Chrome browsers and 1 Firefox browser has been launched. Are you able to see this? Is it opening? Is it opening? See, this is opening in Firefox browser. This is opening in 1 Chrome browser, another Chrome browser. Okay. See, 3 number of test cases pass and 3 number of test cases is executed. Okay. Now make a note of this first. Wait. Make a note in your notebook first. Make same only 2 lines of the code, copy pasting. I've done this copy pasting job. Just copy pasting. Okay, make a note in this. Make a note. Make a note in your notebook. Make a note in your notebook. It's very simple. Nothing is there. Look at my screen. Everybody understood this? Same program. Opening the browser, entering URL, entering username, password, clicking on login. Everybody understood this piece of the code? Now, on top of this annotation test, you have to write annotation parameter and you have to just pass it as one variable. Everybody's clear till here? Everybody's clear till here? Okay. Now we need to convert this class into testng.xml file. We have to convert this class into testng.xml file. How do you convert? Right click, testng, convert to testng. Ankita, please open your eyes and see. Right click, testng, convert to testng. Click on finish. Click on testng.xml file. This file is created. Click on testng.xml file. This file is created. Did you get this, Ankita? Did you get the screen? Everybody understood till here? Everybody understood till here? Ankita, did you get the screen? Don't ask me where to write, where to write. No means you're not following up correctly. Look at the screen. Are you able to see there is a two option here when you convert? There are two options. One is, I guess, variables and one more is something. Just click on that. There are two options down. You would be able to see two options. Just click on it. Are you able to see? There are two options, Ankita. Can you send a screenshot? Can you just send a screenshot? I'll just see and I'll tell you what option to select. Okay. Now, inside the test block, you have to write it as parameter. Inside the test block, you need to write it as parameter. Here you have to write the name and the value. What name you have to give? Whatever name you have given here, same name you should give it here. That means you're establishing a connection between that and this. Okay, so look at here. Name you have to give. Value give it as Chrome. Inside this, you have to execute, right? Here you have to write it as classes. What class you wanted to run? Class name is equals to testng.parallel. Testng.parallel. Okay, that's all. Understood? This one you copy paste it. That's all is a code. Copy paste the same thing. Change the names 1, 2, 3 and name it as parallel is equals to test. That's all. Means run this program parallelly. Everybody got it? If you want the Chrome browser, Firefox browser, if you have, you can save the things. Got it? That's all. Do the program. Convert into testng.xml, write the tag as parameter and execute it. And guys, tomorrow I'm going to complete the testng. There are two more concepts: assertions and verification. Assertions and rerunning of failed test cases. Correct, right? That too we are going to do it tomorrow, and we are going to do that will hardly takes half an hour. Then tomorrow we are going to do the entire revision of chapter 3. Friday onwards we are going to start up with your project. Okay, Friday onwards we are going to start up with the project, but not here. We are not starting the project here. I am going to share you one link. in the WhatsApp group, and everybody should join that link for your framework or the project classes. You have to join that class for the project or the framework from Friday. So project will take 5 days: Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to wind up your project. Thursday and Friday will be your final mock. Next Thursday and Friday will be a final mock. Are you understanding? Yes, I told I'll give you requirements on Friday, right? But I'm not giving requirements without a mock rating. We're not supposed to give the requirement. That's what I got the message. So without a mock rating, I am not supposed to give the uh, what is this requirement. So next Thursday, Friday is the mock interview. After Thursday, Friday mock interview, we will give you the requirement. Okay, once after the mock is done, then the requirement will be given. Till the mock is done, they asked us not to give the requirement to you guys.